Hello everyone. Very good morning and good evening to all. So let us start our today's session. So we'll go for next transformation, it's expression transformation. So this expression transformation is very important transformations in IICS as well as Informatica Power Center. So whenever I want to do any business logic, most of the business logic we will do it in the expression transformation only. So in expression transformation, if you see this, it is a passive transformation. Okay, it is a passive and it is a connected one. So it will be on the connections. Okay, it's a connected transformations and it will be a passive. So in expression, we cannot filter out any record. Remember, in expression transformation, we cannot filter out any record. If you are getting 10 columns, you can increase the number of columns or you can decrease the number of columns in expression. Number of columns you can increase or decrease, but you cannot increase or decrease the number of records. Okay, remember this. In expression, it is a passive transformation. Most of the business logic. Okay, so for this you need to learn SQL single row functions. Okay, if you want to excel in expression transformations, you have to learn SQL single row functions. So if you take single row functions, we have a lot of single row functions are available in SQL. I have already posted one video. It's like 1.5 hours video, and I have explained most of the single row functions over there. And so if you have time, so please watch it. So then only you can able to build a business logic in expression transformation. So I will tell you here most of the logic, and we do have other logic as well. So that we will check it. See, whenever you have expression, right? So if you take expression transformation here, so this is my expression transformation. You take, this is my expression transformation. We have my source here. This is my source. Okay, we are passing some number of records. 100 records you are passing. Yes, definitely you'll get all the 100 records here. But you can increase the number of columns. Say for an example, this is one of the column. We are getting transaction status code. Okay, you assume that this is one of the column. Transactional status code we are getting from the source. So this is just a code. Okay, so we'll be getting some codes here. So from the source, okay, it might be yes here. So yes means transaction got succeeded. So we have to make it like success. So they'll be sending only code. So it's a F means it's a transaction got failed. So some like this, we do have lot of columns, lot of values, column values, success, failure. So P is nothing but transaction is pending status. So in this way, we do have a lot of status code is coming from the source. But while loading the data into the target table, so we have to get this particular code here, the target. Okay. So this is my status code. So here I have to get status transactional status. So this is my status code here. So whatever we are getting from the source, that we will pass it here. Transactional status code. Okay, this is my code. So that we are sending it. And this is our transactional status. So that we have to get it. So how can I get it? So here I have to pass some, I have to get some case statement, right? If statement or case statement or decode statement. So we can put decode statement or if statement. If statement you can use if this particular code equal to yes, then this is what. If this is what, or you can use decode also. Okay. So this is what you can use decode statement or any other statement if you want to pass. Yes, you can use decode of. So you can decode it, right? So this way you can increase the number of columns and you can get the data. But source, you are not getting this success, failed, pending, all this you are not getting. In the target, you are making this status here. So this is what you can build some logic in our expression transformation. Okay. So this one you can go for expression. So in IICS also it will be used in the same way. Okay, expression transformation. If you see this, so what I'm going to have in our source table, So I'm going to take source as Oracle here and target is Snowflake. Okay, so I'm going to take source as Oracle table. Target, we are going to load as Snowflake here. So that normally we used to do. So how we will do the testing and all this, I will tell you. Okay. Source is Oracle, target is cloud. So that I'm going to two different databases. Okay. So this is our on-premises server. This is on the cloud server. So that I'm going to load it. So I will take data integration services. And I hope you are getting this Informatica cloud. They are bringing one new tool called IDMC. Okay. So intelligent data management cloud. So then one of the new tool they are bringing up, they are combining most of the services in this tool itself. The IICS, they might be going to rename, okay, as after some time. So that's what it's going. Our new tool, they are bringing it. So as of now, we do have all the services, right? So if you go to the services, we are finding a lot of services. So here we have a lot of services, right? So they are going to integrate all the services in one single tool and whatever, say it's like a AWS and all this, right? So whenever we want to go for any data related integration or data related quality, data governance, so these kind of activities we want to do for an organizational level, you can have a single tool, IDMC. In the IDMC tool, they're going to bring all the functionality as a service. Okay, like a service they are going to bring. So based on the requirement, we can use a service. For that, you can pay for that. So that's what they are bringing it. Okay. So some YouTube videos are there. So you can go through that. So from informatica.com, they have already posted. So what is IDMC and all? Okay, that's for their extra knowledge I'm giving. So why? Because this IICS tool, they're going to bring up next level. Okay. So I'm going to take new mapping. New mapping. The mapping name I'm going to make M underscore expression transformation. So expression transformation and expression transformation here and source. I can take Oracle table. Any table you can take, no issues. I'm going to take Oracle table and target. I'm going to take it like a Snowflake. In between, I'm going to bring some transformation logic. Okay. So I'm going to take this table. So in IICS, we do have one extra functionality in expression transformation is called macros. Okay. So macros, I will tell you later. So if you take this one and so these are all the transformation logic. I hope you have completed that expression transformation exercise and source transformation exercise, which I have sent yesterday. So if not, please check that yesterday's mail and you can try to complete the exercises which I have sent. Okay. So if you take this, so I'm going to build a logic. Okay. So for an example, so this is the logic I'm going to take in the source, right? If if salary of the employee is less than or equal to 10,000, you have to increment their salary by 20%. If salary greater than 10,000, I have to increment by only 10%. So this logic I have to implement. So how can I implement in expression transformation? So that's what we are going to use here. So this partitions I will take later. Okay. So we have some one session for partitions. Okay. Performance tuning that time I will take. So here I'm going to bring expression transformation. So in the expression, so it is little bit changed in IICS. The expression you can have one functionality called macros. So that I will tell later. But go to expression here. You can add the field, whatever the extra field you want. So in the field type, you will be seeing 4 different field types. One is output field. So normally you'll go for output field, variable field. So what is output field? So if I want to take any column logic, this is output field. So here I can create output field. You can make, say for an example, I want to do any intermediate calculations. So only at transformation level, this expression level, I have to do some intermediate calculation. Then it should be a variable port. Okay, it should be a variable port. So yeah, I want to do some logic within this expression transformation. If I want to do intermediate in the expression, then I can do the variable port. Okay, so I can use something on variable port. So remember, this variable port, I cannot take it outside. So we cannot take it outside. If you are using any variable port in expression, if you want to take this variable port outside, so you have to take one output port. So assign this variable port value to this port. So that's what you can take. So directly variable port, you cannot take it. So that's what we have 2 port. One is output field, the other one is variable field. And we have 2 type macros here, and the input macros and output macros. Okay, so 3 types of macros we can build. One is vertical, horizontal, and hybrid. So those things I will take late tomorrow. Okay, so you will get to know what is macros. But this is what the field. Okay, so I'm going to create one field called output field. It's a new field. Yes, it's a new field. I can name it like O underscore some incremented salary. So I'm going to make incremented salary for this particular these employees. So what is the data type? You can make decimal and make sure that. So if you want to have any scale, yes, here you have to make it scale. If you want to have scale is nothing but your decimal point. Okay. So just to create it, go to configure here, click on configure, and here you have to write the logic. So if you go to built-in functions, you can find all the functions here. If you want to use, you can use all the functions here. Say for an example, I have to use some if logic. So if this particular, if the employee salary is less than or equal to 10,000, then 20% increment on the salary. So how can I use it? If. So take if IAF. So you can go for the column. So always take the field from the left hand side. Okay. So if salary greater than 10,000. Okay. If salary greater than 10,000. Okay. Less than or equal to 10,000. That we will make. Less than or anything is fine. Less than or equal to 10,000. So what is if condition? How can I use if condition in IICS? So it's very simple. IIF if. Okay. So IIF if condition. If condition. If the condition is true, what I have to do? If the condition is false, so what I have to do? So that's what you can write. And if you want to go for nested function, yes, you can go for if condition is true, you can go for one more if here. Condition is false, you can go for one more if. Some nested function also, if you want, you can go. So this is the basic if conditions, you can use it. So that's what I'm using here. If salary less than or equal to 10,000, then it is comma. Then I have to increment by 20%, right? So salary plus salary into, so this is what I can make. Salary into 0.2, 0.2. So this I can make. Okay. So remember always to have the comma correctly. Else part is you can go for the same thing. You can go for 10%, right? So you can validate here. It should be validated. You can, if you want to put comment, yes, you can put double hyphen here. This will be commented out. Okay. Then click on OK. So this is one simple logic I have written for salary field. Okay. So I will go here. I will take this target as Snowflake. So I'm going to load it into Snowflake. Go to Snowflake HRDB. This connection we have already created. And select the field here. Select this particular object here. So I have already connected. You can see this. So this is the one we have connected. So for an example, this is the one, right? So we do have tables. So already data we have, but if you want, you can truncate. So the same statement, you can use it here, truncate, table name. So I have truncated, and you can see here there is no data. So that I'm going to load it. So this is the HRDB. Go to this particular schema and take this table. We have created two tables. Take this table. Okay, so we do have other options. These things we will take it later. And you can go to, if you want truncate table, yes, you can provide here truncate target table. Go to field mapping. So you can do smart map. And here, if you take salary port, so salary, we have to take this particular salary, right? Yes, on the salary field itself, I'm going to make this incremented salary. So you can unmap it this alone. So take this field and you can pass it. So I'm not passing salary, I'm passing incremented salary to the target. Just you can save. It will get loaded. So you can see here, I'm going to run it. It should go and load the data to your Snowflake. So still running. It will first time it will take some time. Okay. So if you do not want to have any columns, so how can I take unwanted columns from here? Yeah, just a minute, I'll tell you. Okay, so I go here, any transformation, if you do not want any columns, so go to this incoming field. Okay, so whatever the field you do not want, so go to this, whatever the field, okay, you want, okay, named fields, right? So you can go to this and it will tell you, so whatever the field you want, right? Go to configure. So I want all the field except this manager ID. You assume that I do not want this field. You can give this field. So manager ID field, it will not be available for the target. If you go to the target field mapping, see here, it is showing that unavailable, right? So that means this field, we are not bringing from the source. See here. Okay, you can remove this field. Got it? I hope you got it right. So how to bring this? How to remove unwanted columns? Okay, here 105 records has been loaded here, and you can go and check here. So what is that? You can click on this one and execute. Okay, so this is the way we will find, right? We'll see this. But how can I validate it? Whether the data has been loaded correctly? See, if you are having data in this particular, okay, so let me load it in target as Oracle itself. Okay, so I'll go to the target here. I'll make Oracle target as Oracle only. I will load it. So I'll open this. Okay, the one field it is we are not connecting, right? That one it's creating the problem. That I will incoming field. I will include all the field. Okay, all fields. I'll go to the target. So here I'm just using the target here. So target is our HR schema tables. Okay, sorry. So I should select from here. So I will go to target as this one. So this one I'm just loading. Oracle itself I'm going to load. I'm going to select truncate target table options. I'm going to load it here. P underscore employees table. This table I'm just trying to load. So both are in same database, right? I will truncate the existing data. I will load it. Same way I will map it here, smart map. I can go for salary port. I will unmap it and I will take this field from here, save this. Okay, so I am going to save this. Out of 12 field, 11 field I have loaded. Just I'm going to run. So where it will go and load the data? It will go and load the data to this particular table, right? So select star from P underscore employees table. This table, it will go and load the data. Okay, it will load, it is loading. Okay, it will run. It will load the data. After running, we will check it. See what we are doing. I hope you are clear on this. Okay, so I'm going to save this. So an expression transformation. And I will take one more new one. See here, two scenarios. One is Oracle to Oracle. Okay, the first one is we have Oracle database. So within the same database, we are loading. So in real time also definitely we will load. So we have taken the data from this particular HR schema and loaded into this core schema table, right? So this schema table we have loaded. So we have employees table here. We have T underscore employees table here. So in this table we have loaded. So I want to test it whether the data. So if you have some millions of data or more number of data you have, okay, so some 100K data are there. So I cannot manually check it, right? I cannot manually check it. I have to check properly whether all the data has been loaded with our logic. You can go for any different logic, you can test it. So how can I test it? This is first scenario. The second scenario is whatever we have loaded. This is my Oracle. This is our right hand side. We have a snowflake. Assume that this is our snowflake. Okay. So here we have taken some records. Yes, we have taken here. We are bringing IICS. We are doing some logic changes. We are going to load the data here. Say for an example, 10% salary increment or 20% salary increment. So here I can take, okay, for an example, 10,000, the salary, 10% increment. So the salary will get loaded as 11,000, right? Same way here also, 10,000. If it is 10% increment, yes, it will get loaded as 11,000. So how can I test it actually in real time project? Okay, so if you want to test it, it's a different testing methodologies we have. Some sampling the data, some project sampling, they will not accept it. All the data we have to test it. Okay, so this is system schema. So here we have the system schema. In real time project, you need to get access to run any schema, other schema tables in this particular schema. So you need to get some admin access. You have to get from admin, you have to get the access to run tables from the schema. So how can I test it here? So in our system, we are going to test it like in the admin schema, we can run. Okay, so in our system, we can run. So here I'm going to take, so take the target. So target, you can take as it is, and you can take source. Source, you can transform the data, you have to take here. So you can bring minus here. So target minus source. So that you have to make it. If both are in same database, yes, you can run it here. If you are getting null values, then it is correct, right? So that's why you can test. How can I test it here? Okay. Yes, it's a minus query. Yes, you can go here. So we have loaded now, right? So based on the salary, we have loaded. If you see the source, we have some data. Source for the same employee, you might be having some data here, right? Source employees, you have some data, 24,000. Same record has been loaded like 26,400. Some changes has happened. So that one we have to check it. See here we do have admin access. That's why we are doing it in admin. In real time project, you need to get access to run any other schema tables here. So go to admin. So here you can make select. So we have to take the key columns. Okay, employee ID, comma, salary I can take. So this is our target table from core dot t underscore employees, right? So you have to mention schema name dot table name. If you see this, you are getting the data this way, right? Yes, you are getting this way. So you have to take the same way. So how the data is there in the employees table, HR dot employees, right? Yes, you can check here. So this is what you are getting. But you have to transform this data, right? You have to transform this data. So you have to use case statement, right? We have used this way. See here. So if statement we have used, right? So that you have to use case statement. When, case when salary, if they are getting salary less than or equal to 10,000. Salary, when salary less than or equal to 10,000, then I'm going to increment salary plus the logic I have to write. Salary into 0.2. Okay. So this is for the case statement for one column. It's one logic. Else part. So you can go for else part here and use else. Else part is 10% increment, right? So you can take 10% increment, and this is the incremented salary column. So you can put incremented salary as the column. So if you see this, okay, missing keywords. Okay, sorry, end I have to use. Case statement end here I have to use. Okay, and I can select salary column. Salary, okay. Again, I'm missing something. Salary, right? So you can check here, the data has been loaded. Okay, so you can use minus here, minus. So first table minus second table, the target minus source. We should not get any record. That means data has loaded correctly, right? Same way you can go for source minus target. You can use this way. So normally minus queries, that is what we will use set operations, right? Source minus target, target minus source. See here, null you are getting. For an example, you did some mistake. You did some mistake here in expression transformation. You did some mistake. Go to expression. Okay. So we did some mistake here in the column creations. The scale I didn't mention. Okay, you assume that scale I didn't mention. I forgot to mention the scale. Will it impact? We'll see whether it is impacting. Okay. So if you do the testing, we can able to understand, right? So will check whether it is impacting or not. My jobs is running, has loaded, and I'm just running this data. So see here, is impacting, right? Why? These two record is getting impacted, 108 and 205. So why we will check it. See, these two are getting populated. That means these two record has been loaded wrongly. See here. If you go and check 108 and 205. So what is the data? This is our target. 108, 205. 108, here we are getting, it is rounding off, right? The target it has rounded off. 205. 205, okay. You can get this value. So here also it is rounded off. But how it is there in source? Source we are doing it. So 108. See, this decimal point is impacting. Got it? This decimal point is impacting. So that's what we are getting wrong data, right? That means we are missing something. The unit testing, it will automatically. So when you are going to do the testing, it will automatically tells you that Okay, so for some decimal point you are missing it. So that we have to backtrack. So go here. So you are backtracking and you are fixing. Okay, so because of this particular column, we are missing that, right? So we have to increment the scale and you have to save this. So then if you are running, it will go and load the correct data. So this is what you have to do the unit testing here. So for this is very simple unit testing I'm telling, but if you have very complex scenario also, we need to do the same way. All this you have to bring it like a SQL statement. You have to run it on the source DB. And sometimes we can take extract from the source, extract from the target. We will compare it by using some tools. If you do not have anything, any other logic, some each and every project they will do different logic. See, this one we are doing it in both are in same database. Both are in same database. We have taken the data as it is in the target and the source we have applied transformation, then we got a target minus source, right? So I have loaded now. Okay, it got loaded correctly. That means issue has been fixed now. Same way, how can I test it for this table? How can I test it for this table? Same thing, I have to test it, right? I have to test this table. So how you assume that first scenario is Oracle to Oracle, we have tested easily. But second scenario is source is Oracle, target is Snowflake. Any idea how will you test it normally? So how you are testing it in your real-time project? If you are in Informatica Power Center project, so how you will test it normally? Export to Excel and then compare two sheets. Okay, so we will load it into Excel, but Excel is limited to some number of records, right? So if you have Excel is limited to some number of records. If you have more volume of records, so how can we test it? Yeah, Excel comparison is one way. Yeah, normally we will do whenever we do have a development environment, we have some less number of volume data only, and we can do. The other way is you can go for loading the data. Say for an example, this scenario only we used to follow. Okay, so in two different project, yes, the similar approach we used to follow. Normally, we will create one staging QA staging layer here. Okay, so one stage we will create here. So simple, it's a database only. Staging we will create in the if it is a development environment, yes, we will create one stage called QA stage. In this particular Snowflake, then we will do one-to-one load. One-to-one load here. We will not do any transformations. We will do one-to-one load by using the same IICS. Data will get loaded here. Say for an example, the logic 10,000 will get loaded. After that, from here to here, we will write minus. Got it? Same thing we will do it now. Okay. So we will create one new mapping for one-to-one load. Source is Oracle, right? Source is Oracle. So target is we will create one more table. In the target we have to load, right? We will take one more table here. For an example here, we will take HR, this one QA stage, target underscore QA stage, we will create T underscore employees. This is the target table with same columns, number of columns. We are just, I'm just going to create. This table has been created. This table I will do one-to-one load. Okay, for the testing purpose. Sometimes testing team they will do. Sometimes as a developer, we have to load it. We have to create this logic for testing team. Okay, so we will take the data from source. Our testing team, they will do it. They will have some mechanism to load it. It depends on the project teams. And I will go to the target. So target, I'm not doing any transformation logic. Just I'm going to load it into the target tables. Okay, go to target here. And sorry, target is Snowflake. And I'm going to load the data to this particular Snowflake here. See, this is the same scenario. We will use it in our real-time project. if somebody asks in your interview, how will you do the unit testing? The same thing you can do. What is unit testing? If the developer is doing the testing, that is called unit testing, right? So as a developer, I'm going to test the logic, how the logic is working. And that is called unit testing. If QA team, they are doing it, it will be on the different testing team, they will do it. Okay, one-to-one load, I'm just loading it. This is the one mapping. I'm going to run it. It will load the data as it is, right? So after that, I will do the minus query. Same minus query I will take. This is our T underscore employees table. I'll go to the Snowflake here. This is our actual data, right? This is our actual data. Here we have this. So this is the one, right? We will take this one. And what is our table? Target table. This is the target table. So we will take this table. Both are in the same schema only. Okay. So we will take this one. So we will take this particular queries, this query, and we will run it here. Okay. So whether it has been loaded, first we will check it. Whether it has loaded the data, we will check it. Select star from this table. Yes, it has loaded 24,000 as it is, right? Yes. So we will run it here. Control enter. See, you are not getting any values. That means it has loaded correctly. Okay, clear on this? How we will do the minus queries? It's similar in IICS or in Snowflake. The queries are similar like Oracle. Okay, it's a very little changes will be there, so that we can learn very quickly. So this is what we will do the unit testing. Okay, so I hope you are clear. And say for an example, in case, okay, some cases if it is not loading properly, if the data is not loading properly, it will get, so you'll get some, see here also I'm making like 0. And I'm going to use the target as Snowflake. I'm going to load it. Whether the same query is taking the data, we will check it now. Okay. Whether it is populating the data, whether it is showing the data. Yes. We will check it here. This is a target table. I'm just loading it. Go to advanced, do the truncate and load. The field mapping we have to do. Smart map. Remove the salary field and take this field here, right? Save this. And I'm going to run it. So if I'm going to run, how it is handling the rounding off. So that we will check it here. Yeah, correct. It's depends on the project team. They will use different logic, and they will have some framework. So based on the framework, they will run it. Okay. So because everyone needs to follow the same process, so for that they will have some framework. Based on that, they will do the testing. Okay. Has loaded all the 105 records. So now I will go and check whether it is properly loaded or not. Right. We are getting the 2 records. So that means it is not loaded properly. We have to test it. Got it? So one time you will load it all the data to one staging layer, one staging, that's it. And then we will compare it from here. Okay. I hope you are clear how to do the unit testing. So how to do the 2 different databases, how to do the testing. So all this same scenario, you can explain it to the interviewer. So sometimes, yes, you can take export from here. on Excel file, export from Excel file. If you have less number of data, so compare both the files so that you can do some internal tools. They will use it. Okay, don't use any online tools in real-time project. Don't use any online tools. Why? Because to compare, so all the data are sensitive data, right? So we should not use any online tools to compare the data. Okay, like notepad comparison, some online tools will be there, right? So that tools we should not use it. So you will have some specified tools in the same project so that we can use it. So that's why we will do this way. Okay. Yeah, this is one way, and you can do a lot of other different logic changes also. Say for an example, this logic change I have to do. So this one I will give it to you. I have given here if logic here. So just to try this. Okay. So how can I go for multiple if logic? So that you can do. And what I'm going to do now. So I want to do some different logics here. So what I'm going to do now. So some columns. Okay. Say for an example, I have to take phone number columns. You take phone number columns. This phone number column, I have to its tools is specific to the particular project. Okay. So you have some tools called query search, right? So you have one tool. So I used to have one tool. I worked in one tool called query search. So it will compare two different files, even two different system also. It will compare and it will give you the result. Okay. Two different data set. It can able to compare and it will give you the result set. This tool we have used in our one of the project previously. Okay, the phone number. See different logic I have given already. If you want, you can go through. A phone number I have to add plus one hyphen for all the phone numbers, and I have to put some dots here in between. So how can I do this, right? So I can go to the expression here. Go to expression transformation. So open this expression. So create. So whatever the columns you want, just to create it. I want to create O underscore phone number, right? Yes, phone number. It is a number string, and you can go for, okay, even 100 characters also you can go for. And I have to remove the dot from the phone number. So from this dot, I have to remove. So how can I remove the dot from this? You can go for function called replace character. Okay, these functions, yes, definitely you need to learn. If you keep the cursor here, it will tell you the syntax. The syntax you can see. Flag as integer, string 1 is the input string, and string 2 a string, character as string. Okay, flag. So what is flag? Case sensitive, case insensitive. See, this is case insensitive. 0 means case insensitive. For this scenario, no need to have case sensitive or case insensitive. Say for an example, what is replace character will do? I want to replace, I'm telling that whenever I'm getting A, replace with X. Okay, I'm just informing you. You may ask question, if I get small a, that is lowercase a, should I replace or not? Okay. See, if you are going for case sensitive comparison, that means if capital A comes, then only it will change as X. If small a comes, it will not change it. If case insensitive, if both this A or this A comes, it will convert to X. So that is 0. Case insensitive. Got it? Case sensitive, case insensitive. These are all SQL concept only. Just to go through that. Replace character. You have to take the field here, phone number field, and you can go for string 2. I have to remove the dot. So dot you can take. I have to remove the dot with null values. So null you can go for. So two single quotes. Okay, without space, you have to use two single quotes. You can see here. Then remove this. And you have to make plus one hyphen, right? Single quotes plus one hyphen, single quotes, then concatenation. You have to concatenate. So this way you have to use it. See here, this way you have to use. Okay. It is not substring. If you want to take a string from the string, then you have to go for substring. This is not substring. You are adding +1, right? And then removing the dot. So if you are going to take this alone, it is called substring. Or this alone you are going to take. Or this alone you are going to take. That is called a substring. From the string, if you are getting that some part of the string, that is called a substring. But this is, we are changing it. Okay. So that's why we have did it in this way. Lot of logics are there. So you can check all these functions one by one. So you can learn many things. So this is what you have to use it. Okay. And I want to generate, say this is one logic. And other logic. If I get commission null values, I have to replace with 0. Say for an example, in the commission percentage, the target is not null column. Commission percentage here it is not null column. So whenever I'm getting null value from the source, if I get null value, then I have to make it like 0. Otherwise, I have to make it like same value. Say for an example, 0.4. That I have to make it like as it is. So how can I make? So that you have to go for commission percentage, O underscore commission percentage. So you can make this as a decimal. So 10, 2. You can go for 4, 2 also. That's fine. Click on OK here. You can configure. You can go for commission percentage, right? Can add. So if if it's null of, if it's null of commission percentage, comma 0, comma commission percentage, else commission percentage itself. So make sure that you are opening the bracket, closing the bracket correctly. Always validate it. It should be valid. And for an example, I have to make. So that's what you have to test it here. Valid all this. Okay. So in code, you cannot test the result. If you want to test the result, okay, I will come to that point. Okay. See, next port is I have to generate some sequence number for this manager ID. I do not want to load the manager ID as it is. I have to generate some sequence number. So how can I generate some sequence number in expression? Okay, this is one of the question one student asked me today morning. Uh, that that scenario contains one of this scenario also. Okay, one part has this particular scenario. So what is that, right? I'm going to generate sequence numbers. How can I sequence number? You have to create a variable port. If you want to increment some values, you have to create a variable field. V underscore sequence. I have to create it. It is a decimal value. Okay. So what is the logic I'm going to have? It's very simple. Sequence value +1. That's it. Validate. Okay. Validate it. But you cannot take this sequence outside. If you want to take outside, you have to make it like a O underscore sequence output port. This is output field. Previously, we have created variable field. So decimal, then you can have sequence number. Yes, you can go for this way. We have to assign this variable port to here. Just you can assign this variable port. That's it. Validate. Okay. This way I have created. Okay. How can I test whether this is loading correctly or not? So here you have the preview, right? Go to preview, run preview. Yes, correct. By using variable port. Okay. So run preview. If you want to test the logic. Okay. So remember, in order to run any preview, your mapping should be valid. If it is invalid, then you cannot run the preview. Okay. O underscore salary, O underscore phone number, commission percentage you are getting 0, and sequence number it is getting populated. Are you getting it? How many records I have? It is getting populated. Okay, so far I have I'm going to test for only 100 records. That's why you are having 100. Okay. Then go to target. See, target you have to make the field mapping. Yes. O underscore salary to salary. O underscore phone number to phone number. Just to remove it, you just load it O underscore phone number. O underscore commission percentage. This one, remove it. Load this commission percentage. Okay. Then sequence number. Manager ID. I'm just using sequence number. So these things I have did it. One more logic I will tell you. This hire date. So hire date, we have some date column. I have to make it like whether it is a leap year or non-leap year. I have to find out. How can I find leap year or non-leap year on the hire date column? I will go to expression here. Go to expression. Create one field. O underscore. O means output field. V means variable field. Okay. Some project team they will use OUT underscore. Output field underscore in underscore V underscore. Okay. Some project we will use simply O underscore. Output field leap year. Okay. It's a leap or non-leap year. You can go for some 30 characters. So here I will use leap year, right? So how can I take the leap year? I have to take the hire date. So from the hire date, this is the date and time field or date field. From the date field, I have to take only year part. So how can I take the year part? You have one function called get date part. See, how do I know all this functionality? See, get date part is one of the functions. You can go here. So you can go to the date field. You will be seeing the one function called get date part. So you can use get date part here. Okay, date as date format. See, date as higher date. Then format you have to use. Format is YYY. I have to take, right? See, format as string. So that's what I need string here. Okay, I have taken. So it will give you, if it is higher date is 2023, it will give you 2023. Okay. If logic I have to use, right? Modulus I have to use. Mod of this one, comma 4 equal to 0. If it is equal to 0, if IIF, if equal to 0, then it is a leap year, right? Else non-leap year. Then close the bracket. Validate here. Be valid. See, make sure that you are opening and closing the bracket correctly. So always use this way. First write if logic, if condition, comma true, comma false. Inside, you can write the logic. Okay. So all the functionalities you can find here, date functions, all this. Then you go to the target. Just you can go to the target here. Sorry, go to field mapping. So here in the job ID, I'm just removing this job ID column. I will make this leap year. Okay, this is a string field only, right? Can I do it this way? Yes, you can do, no issues. So I'm going to, okay, I think the salary field I haven't changed, right? So otherwise it will load this way only. So here decimal point I have to load. So that's what the impact on the decimal point. Okay, I'm going to run it now. It will load the data to Snowflake. It will truncate that existing data and then it will load. So this is the way you have to do the transformation logic. Okay, clear? So we do have a lot of different logic. So I will give you one Excel sheet to try all this logic. Okay, I have given all the minus queries or different logic. Just to try that. Okay, case statement for multiple case statement. If logic. See, all this I have given. Sorry, whether it has been loaded. Yes, loaded. If you want to, can check it here. Select star from this table. Okay, so here it has loaded phone number, And leap year, non-leap year. Yes, this is leap year. 2004 is leap year. 2004 is leap year. This way it has loaded salary, commission percentage, manager ID. See, all the data it has loaded correctly. Okay, clear? So any doubts? See here. Okay, why it is not loaded here? So that we have to check it whether it has loaded or not loaded. So we have to check why it did not load. Okay, so here we are seeing that maybe the data itself may not be available for 205, but it has loaded correctly for all other records. Okay, source you have to check why the source 205, we are not getting the phone number. Maybe null value on the source, right? Yes. So that's what, okay. Input, that is what I'm telling. Date format might, see this displaying purpose is different. Okay, this is not changing the format, right? You are seeing in this format, that's it. It is not changing the data, correct? It is 13th January 21, correct? 2001. Same data you can find in the source itself. The format display might be changing. That's okay. Okay, remember that's always in date field, you will be having this way only. Okay, two different GUI, right? This is something different GUI. So this is different GUI. So that difference might be there. Okay, that's okay. But data should not change. Same data you need to have. Okay, so what is the data you are seeing? Working 17th June 2003. 17th June 2003, right? See, this display also you are seeing this way. But if you go and check here, 2 underscore pair of these things are like a Oracle only. I do not want to teach Oracle one more time. Okay, so you have to go through Oracle, but the thing is these are all format of data. So you have to learn, you have to watch Oracle sessions. Okay, so please watch it. If you see this, you are seeing the data, whatever the format you want, right? See, please watch my SQL sessions. So I have already explained all this. So you are seeing this format, but data is there in this inside. You are having complete data only. Whatever the format you want, you can display. That's it, right? So that you can put it. Okay, got it now? Yeah, please watch my SQL sessions. All this SQL related, I have already explained. Even I have given you the all the 10 days SQL session videos. Please go through that. Okay, I have explained these concept one by one. All this. Okay, then only you can able to complete all this. Okay, so I hope you are clear and try to complete all this. I will give you some exercises today for expression transformations. Okay, expression transformation, I will give you some exercise. Phone number you might be having in your source, this format or this format. So +1 I had added, but you have to add hyphen after 5 characters. Then if you open this source, this file, source, you have some data with epoch timestamp. Okay, say for an example, date of birth is there in epoch timestamp, but here you need to load it actual date and time. So if you ask what is epoch timestamp, you can go here, you can learn what is epoch time converter. So epoch time is nothing but it's a Unix times. Okay, Unix timestamp. In Unix box, the timestamp will be mentioned in this format only, not as date and time format. Always you will have in this way. So this is one of the scenario we used to do in our real-time project also. We used to get the data from source team, Unix timestamp that we will have to convert as normal timestamp in our data warehouse. To convert this, we will follow this particular method. So this particular one. So I have given this logic also in expression you have to use. Create source table. I have given the source table here. Table creation, load this data, manually you can load. And target table you just create. with the 2 extra column, total marks and average marks. So total mark and average mark for each and every student. So that you have to do it on adding all the marks, not summation. Okay. Sum means you have to go with column level. So this is row level. For each student, you have to find total marks and average mark. You have to add plus plus divided by 4. That is average mark. See, this one you have to do expression. This one also you have to do expression logic. So that expression I have given here. Create table also I have given here. Just to create and try to do this. Okay. This is one example. Then generate sequence number. I did it actually. Fail the session if any of the first name contains your name. Say for an example, you have the first name column here, right? Okay. So you have first name here. Assume that you have the first name. If your first name contains your name, then the session should fail. So try this one at least today. If not, tomorrow I will tell you. So you are having input data this format, you have to reverse it. But reverse, you need to have sorter transformation that I will take tomorrow or day after tomorrow. But these things you can do by today. But eighth one you can do after aggregator. Ninth one you can do. Ninth one you can do. So you take input data this way, output this way. You need to take. Okay. So try this logic one by one. Tomorrow we'll meet. Do you have any other questions? If you have any questions, please raise hands. You can ask your questions.
Yesterday in source transformation, when we checked that we have two more options at the bottom of the source transformation, like what is the use of those things?
No, we haven't. Even I don't. I haven't used that. Which option you are asking?
In source
Yeah,
transformation,
that's what I told.
Partitions.
So if you see partitions, I will tell you later.
not that one. I mean, go to the source.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Maybe the
Advanced.
output is deterministic. All this, right?
Yeah, this one.
This one even I haven't used.
Okay.
Chandra, once can you show that if you don't want to add source columns to the target? Earlier, just before you showed, but it's really
Yeah.
quick.
So please watch the recording. You will get to know. So because it's going to time out.
Okay.
Okay.
Chandra, how I can use like operator in the filter?
Sorry.
Like operator in the filter.
Like operator in the filter. Yesterday I have explained, right?
Actually, it is having some syntax like you said it is to use in string.
Yes, correct. Have you tried that?
I mean, I'm trying, but I'm getting errors. So,
What is error we're getting?
I mean, the data is not loading at all.
That means it is filtering out all the records. If it is not loading all the record, you have to test it, right? See, Oracle or Informatica is case sensitive. Okay, you have to use upper of or lower of all this. If you are using, say for an example, your data like, that's why I'm telling, please watch my SQL session. Okay, if you don't watch it, then you will end up with this scenario only. If you're getting like data like India, you are getting like operator, you are making in string. See these things, these are all data related concept. Okay, so these are all not a IICS concept. In string of column names, country, it's one of the column, right? If you are using this way, comma, so you're using India. Okay, so it will not take any record to the next level. It will filter out all the record. What you have to use? You have to use lower of, right? Lower of country equal to lower case or upper of country equal to upper case. That you have to use it, right? Have you watched my Oracle sessions which I have sent? No. If you have watched it, then you should have able to handle it this one. In Informatica, data are case sensitive in expression. You have to use in this way. You might have used this way. I'm thinking might be using this way without upper of lower of all this you are using, but your data is coming like uppercase. Is that same?
Yeah, but yeah.
Yeah. So that's why I'm telling. Please watch my SQL session. These things and all I have explained in the expression itself. Okay. In the single row function I have explained. In Oracle or in Informatica, all the expressions are case sensitive. Okay. Whatever the transformation we are going to write expression, all the expressions are case sensitive. Please use appropriate case. But that is what if you can't able to predict the case, use it like uppercase. Okay. Use upper of column name equal to uppercase. Then even if it is getting lowercase or uppercase, no issues. It will handle it. So this way, try to use. Like operator, we can use in SQL override query. That we can use it. Source qualifier query you can use. But inside the expression, you have to use expression only, like this only. Okay. Any other questions? That is what I'm telling. If you are not getting data, you have to troubleshoot it. Okay, whether we are getting source data. So preview, then filter out. Why this is filtering out? Source is having data, is getting populated, but here it is filtering out. It is not loading. That means something I have written wrongly. So please watch my session properly. You can able to see. So that way I have explained. But here you have to use. If you handle like this, then no issues. Okay, even if you are getting lowercase, uppercase data or initial letter capital, all this will be handled by this uppercase of function. Yeah, we will do it in our real-time project. Definitely we will do. Otherwise, we will get some, say is null function we will do. Okay, null value will handle it. This kind of some status code, all this we will try to while matching some string character, right? While we are matching always, we will put left, we will put L trim, R trim, all this we will use. Okay, for this we will use L trim, R trim also. So why? Because sometimes data is coming with space also on the both the side. If the data is coming like space on the both the side, then this will not work out, even uppercase also. So that time you have to put trim functions. Okay, so trim of all this. So if you handle like this, then you will not end up with any data mismatches in the target. Okay. So once again, I'm telling you, please watch the SQL sessions, which already I have explained all this. That is why I have given all the 10 sessions video with all the notes. Okay. Yeah. So try to do this. If you are getting, even if you are getting any doubt, all this, yeah, please join my Saturday's troubleshooting session. That time I will check and then I'll let you know what is there. Okay. Thank you all. So before practicing expression transformation, we have to practice SQL first. Yeah, please. Okay, if you are very new to SQL, so please watch my SQL sessions, which I have already shared to you. Single row functions. Then go for this expression. It will be very easy to build a logic. Okay. Yeah. Even if you have any questions, please note down. We will check it in the Saturday session. Thank you all. Thank you all. Thank you very much. Everyone, please practice and send me the answer sheet which you are practicing. Okay. Yeah. Many members are sending on daily basis. Please continue to send. Thank you all. We'll meet tomorrow, same time.